Hi, Gems. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Niecy G, and this is Gem Talk. I am so excited to talk to you guys today. I'm comfy on my couch under my favorite blankie. You might hear my French bulldog Coco snoring. Ignore her. I wanted to talk to you guys about integration today. The reason being is because so many people are in that transitional period within their manifestation, if you will. And they feel like something's not coming or they feel like something might be amiss. This has been happening a lot with my one-on-one mentorship clients. As of recent, I want to say maybe within the past month or so, a lot of people think that they're not receiving their manifestation or something. Like they misunderstand being in the hallway or being in the waiting room, is what I like to call it. A lot of people are actually misunderstanding manifestation as a whole. And I want to be very clear that the reason why many people don't create the life that they want is because they're creating unnecessary resistance. And I know this because I was someone that was habitually doing this, right? Like what that might look like, let's say something happens to you. I have had evictions, I've had my car repossessed, I've had, shitty relationships, whatever. But let's just paint a picture because a lot of people are struggling financially and things like that. And so I want to bring more awareness to things that people may be going through in their everyday. And what I've noticed though is that people will have something happen to them because, side note, life is not happening to you, it's happening through you, but you feel like it's happening to you. Okay. So you'll have some unforeseen circumstance, your car will get repossessed or you're about to be evicted. And instead of flowing with that, they try everything in their power to stop it. In manifestation, consciously creating, you can do these things. But when you have to fight so hard against something, it's not meant for you to do it that way because it will create more resistance. And let me decipher this. This is going to be more of a conversation today. Manifestation, as Neville Goddard teaches it, is the path of least resistance. What does that mean? The path of least resistance is going to be the path that you don't have to try so hard to get. You don't have to fight to do something. And 99.9% of the time, we get in our own way. And if we were just chill and shut the fuck up, we wouldn't be in our own way and we would be able to maneuver and go through things in a more roundabout way, in a more effortless way. So I'll give you a scenario. You're about to be evicted. And I brought this story up on TikTok, I believe, or YouTube. I don't remember. But if you've been following me for a while, you should know the story. The last time that I was evicted, the eviction didn't get to go through all the way because I was like, I am going to get still. I'm going to go into silence. The Bible teaches us that, you need to be still and know that I am God. Yes, a shameless plug with my merch. My merch just dropped, you guys. I'm so excited. You can go to platinumgang.store and go over to shop and the merch is there. Nonetheless, I remember the last time I was getting evicted, they put a notice on my door and you have X amount of days, whatever, because it's a whole process. Eviction is a whole process. And your prefrontal cortex, which is your brain's CEO, it's the one that's running everything. Okay. Your brain's CEO is not able to function when your nervous system is chaotic and in disarray. Okay. So if your nervous system is chaotic and disarray, your prefrontal cortex, which is your decision-making place in your brain, is not on. It's not functioning. So you're not able to think in a way, in a manner that would help you make sound decisions to get you out of the situation effortlessly. Some people can do this. They've had, practice, whatever. But I'm talking to the people who cannot. I don't want any comments. Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking to the people who cannot. When your prefrontal cortex is not on, it's stuck, and you're stuck in fight or flight. Okay, you have an astronomical bill due, whatever. When this happened to me the last time, I got really still. I got really quiet. I meditated. I was like, I don't really know what to do or how to navigate this, but I do not want this on my credit. I was like, this cannot, no. I'm trying to be the version of myself that I know that I am, financially stable, abundant, yada, 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 all the things. What you have to understand is when you decide, this is who I am now, this wealthy, happy version of me, things that represent that old version of you have to fall off. That apartment at the time represented an old version of myself, frantic, afraid, just signing a damn lease at the time, thinking money's just going to magically appear. Because I thought, like a lot of you, I was misinformed about consciously creating and manifestation and quantum physics. And I thought, you're the god of your reality. And we're going to get into that. But again, this is going to be more of a conversation today. And so I was like, okay, I don't want to fight against this. Obviously, this is happening to me for a reason. What is this showing me? What is this teaching me? Something better is going to come. Okay. So I was like, by any means necessary, I do not want this on my credit. And so what ended up happening was I got really quiet. I want to say for maybe 4 or 5 days. And for those that are like, oh, Niecy, I don't have that. I'm not telling you that your situation going to be the same. I'm just telling you, for the sake of conversation, that this is what happened to me. And I remember calling the lawyer that was listed, because when they file an eviction, they have to have a lawyer and then they have to serve you papers, yada, yada. And you get a court date and all this stuff. So I called them and I negotiated. I was like, can I work out a payment plan for my past due balance? And he was like, oh my God, do you know how many people we wish would take advantage of this? Because not a lot of people are aware. I don't know how it is in other countries, but in America, I guess depending on state to state, but mostly in America, you can set up a payment arrangement and pay your past due balance, and then it'll be off record, meaning the eviction will not show up on your credit. And so this is what I did. And I had to take them money every month until that balance was completely paid off, with a stipulation though. I did have a court date with them, but again, off record. Had a court date. We basically told the judge, and I let that lawyer speak. You basically tell the judge that, we came to an agreement outside of this lawsuit, because an eviction is essentially a lawsuit. And, we don't need to go through the whole process anymore. And the stipulation was, if I missed a payment, I would then owe that past due balance in full, which I ain't have at the time. So I didn't want to do that. So that's what I ended up doing. But my prefrontal cortex was on because I was able to make a sound decision. And then all was well. It didn't go on my credit. I made the payment, paid it off, whatever. Life moves on. When you're forced, I don't want to say forced, when you're placed into an unforeseen circumstance, you will fight against it. So many people would have been like, I'm going to go to court. I'm going to fight this shit, blah, 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 blah. And don't get me wrong, some people probably go and they win, but you're winning the right to stay in the apartment, the home, whatever. And you still got to pay that back rent. And if that's what you want to do that. For me, I did not want to do that. I wanted to breathe free. I wanted to be able to relax. I wanted to be able to step into the new identity of the woman that I knew that I was becoming. Because everything is just you identifying as the version of you that has or doesn't have. Now, when it comes to consciously creating, I like to believe exactly what Abraham Hicks tells you, exactly what Dolores Cannon tells you. Abraham Hicks always says you're the co-creator. You're co-creating. The reason why people say you're the god of your reality is because It's your perspective. It's the way that you feel, right? Like you're only able to experience this life from your POV, from your point of view. You can empathize with other people, like people that are going through unforeseen circumstances, people that are victims of racism or homophobia or whatever. I don't know what it's like to be discriminated against as someone who might, be gay and someone has been homophobic towards them. Someone who is trans and someone might be transphobic towards them, whatever. I don't know what that's like because I'm neither of those things. But I can empathize because I have damn sure been discriminated against for being a woman. I have damn sure been discriminated against for, being a black person. So when these things come up, you can empathize with people, but I cannot experience it from their POV. It's like my best friend, she's white, and she is a huge advocate for everything and everybody. She believes, everyone should have whatever they want, be able to marry whoever they want, do whatever they want, whatever. And she's a huge advocate for the Black community. Love her down. But she'll never be able to experience what I experience because she is not a Black woman. She's a white woman. So she can see it all day long. She can point out these discrepancies all day long, but she cannot experience it from my point of view. So that is why people will tell you you are the God of your reality, because you're the one that's creating these assumptions. That's why it's called the law of assumption. It is what you believe to be true. And if you think that you're not good enough, then that's going to be your experience. You're creating your own experience. It doesn't mean that it's true. I was on a mentorship call the other day with one of my favorite mentees. And if you're listening to this, hey girl. And I was basically telling her, let's put a pin in this particular topic and focus on business. And she was like, but I feel like you're telling me not to focus on this topic, this person, this love. It was basically about a relationship. And I was like, did I say that? Like she took it as me saying like, we're not going to be consciously creating a relationship. We're only going to focus on business. And I was like, did I say that? And she was like, well, yeah, that is what you said. I'm like, that's not what I said. You made that shit up in your brain on your own just now, based off of your fucking assumption, based off of your belief. I did not say that. You're putting words in my mouth. I never said that. People hear what they want to hear. They believe what they want to believe. You are choosing to believe these things. You are choosing to believe that the girl at work is better than you. You are choosing to believe that your boss doesn't like you. You are choosing to believe that everything is expensive. You're choosing to believe it. And then for those people with their logical mind, and they'll say, well, the economy is so bad. America's going through so much, and this country is da 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 da. That's not my experience because I choose to not allow that to be my experience. I told you guys in the last episode when I was home for Christmas, so many people were like, oh my God, gas is so high. Eggs are so expensive. Everything is da 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 da. I don't feel like that. You're talking to somebody who just orders the groceries and I get them delivered to my door and it is what it is. And whether they're $400 or $1,000, I still got a mouth to feed. I still have a son. So you're choosing to believe these things. It's your point of view. When you do it more of an Abraham Hicks, Dolores Cannon style, Dolores Cannon talks about how we are here to manipulate energy, meaning you're here to kind of move it, manipulate it, persuade energy is like a word that I like. I think that English does sometimes a not so great job of explaining. And the more I indulge into Spanish, the more I'm like, this word actually accurately describes what I'm talking about. And a lot of people have been asking me, oh, are you going to do like bilingual episodes? Let me get more comfortable with my Spanish, you guys, and I'm going to do that. That's one of my manifestations for myself, is to fully indulge myself in Spanish and be more fluent. Cause right now your girl is Spanglish. Okay. Like I might throw a random English word in the middle of my sentence, and I'm trying to not do that. So bear with me. Anywho, Dolores Cannon talks about manipulating energy, and so you're persuading the energy to shift in your favor. It's like telekinesis on the energy to get a situation to go the way that you want it to go. However, it's effortless. When you're forcing something, had I been like, I'm not getting evicted, fuck this, I'm gonna countersue, I'm gonna da 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 da. That energy is not gonna do anything but teach my nervous system that I am not safe. And people on TikTok laugh at me all the time because then they're like, I say things like, oh, your nervous system thinks it's going to die. And they think that I'm being dramatic, and I'm not being dramatic. I'm being so serious. Your nervous system is wired to protect you. So if you grew up in a home that was very violent or something like that, then when you hear people screaming or yelling or fighting, your nervous system genuinely believes that it's not safe, that it's going to die. I got to get out of here, fight or flight. Okay. Then there's different types of your nervous system. I went over that in my nervous system regulation e-guide. All of my workbooks are now off the site. I'm revamping, redoing some things. A lot of people are telling me that they're neurodivergent or ADHD and they don't learn that well with the workbooks. So if that's you, you can also go to platinumgang.store and you can purchase a platinum manifestation plan from me. It's super customized based off of your learning style. And you are basically telling me, Niecy, I learn better this way, I learn better that way, and I make that plan according to your learning style. So many people love my stick figures, so I even put that in the video. Because you get a custom written, go at your own pace plan and a customized video from me to help you with your plan. So whatever your circumstance is, whatever your learning style is the way that I execute that plan. And the wait list is closed for my private one-on-one mentorship, but the smaller packages on platinumgang.store are still open. So if you want one of the smaller ones, that's still there. Nonetheless, when you're manipulating energy, you are the co-creator. If you're the goddamn creator, then go get me Jupiter and put it on Mars. Like, honestly, when you're able to sway and go with the twists and turns and hoops and hurdles that life throws, you're taking the path of least resistance because you're going with it. You're not fighting against it. The Bible teaches us, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, meaning I already know what you want. I already know what you desire. I already know what's best for you. A lot of people don't like talking about the Bible, but I believe that the Bible is a manuscript to teach you how to properly manifest and consciously create. And so you'll hear me bring up a lot of Bible verses if you're new to my content. But nonetheless, you want to be at a place of 0 point meditation is what I like to call it. So when you guys have done all that, you're like, okay, I've done the affirmations. I've gotten to a good place. I'm not attached to it, Niecy, but where is it? You're in the void. You're in the hallway, beloved. You're in the waiting area. You made the doctor's appointment. You signed in at the doctor's, and now you're sitting there waiting. That's it. And waiting isn't even a proper word for your subconscious to hear, because waiting makes it feel like I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. I'm waiting for something to come. And it's not even a waiting. It's I'm just in this in between phase. I'm in the hallway. I'm in the waiting room. Oh my God. Like I'm trying to really have a conversation with you guys and help you. When you're in the waiting area, you're not waiting on the manifestation. It's already created. It's already done. Because the moment you think of something, that version of you exists. Quantum physics teaches us that there's multiple versions of you. It's like I wasn't thinking about myself who's still with my son's dad. Now, if I say it out loud, now she exists. A version of her exists. I'm not lining up to that reality. I'd rather just be friends like we are. But that version exists. There's a version of me that's not with my boyfriend right now. There's a version of me that stayed with my ex. The moment you think it, the moment it is true. The moment you decide to step into that reality, then you already are. Because you get who you are and not what you want. So if you get who you are and not what you want, who are you being? Who are you behaving as? What are you doing? When you're in that hallway, this is the time where you're going to be feeling anxious. Did I do the right thing? Is this happening? All these things, all these questions arise. Now is not the time to fall off. Now is not the time to not have that faith. That's the time where it's imperative because you're integrating. When you start to integrate, bills are going to be due. I'm talking like astronomical amount bills. You're like, how the hell am I about to do this? That's not for you to figure out. What's for you to figure out is this is going to come to fruition no matter what. I am receiving my abundance. I am receiving what's for me. And even though I don't see it right now, it's happening. Not to be confused with your nervous system going into freeze mode and you shut down and you're not still being productive. The astronomical bill is due and because faith without works is dead. Meaning when you're calm, your prefrontal cortex kicks in, ideas come to you and flow to you, something happens and you're taking those ideas and you're executing them. Let's say you owe a $10,000 bill by next Friday and you're like, I don't know how the hell I'm about to come up with $10,000 by next Friday. Instead of you being, I almost insulted people. Instead of you being stagnant, that's a nicer way to put it, thinking money's going to fall out the sky. Don't get me wrong, that's a possibility. It ain't happened to me yet, so it ain't happened to nobody I know, so whatever. Is it a possibility? All things exist, so yes. But instead of you thinking money's going to magically fall out the sky, or let's say you got one online offer and you're like, I'm going to make that $10,000 off this one offer and I got one offer that sells for $49. Girl, be so motherfucking for real. Can that happen? Yes. Yes, it can. But come on. You got to use your prefrontal cortex, your brain. When it's calm, your prefrontal cortex kicks in. You're able to think of innovative ideas that's going to bring you that money very quickly because you're not fighting against it. You're not like, oh my God, let me take out a loan. Let me call every person I know. I got to borrow money. I need to do what I need to. Oh my God, what the fuck? You're not frantic. Your decision making is coming from a place of peace, from a place of calm, from a place of this is going to work out. I need not worry. This manifestation is going to come to fruition and that's it. So all the decisions that I make today are going to bring me closer to that finish line, to that goal, to that dollar amount. Right when you get there, you might feel what I like to call anxiousness expansion, because what happens is your body and your nervous system and your reality, your 3D physical reality, have to integrate. Everything is recalibrating. So it feels shaky. You might sweat. Your body feels hot. Your nerves are like impatient because it's like, just give me the damn car. Just give me the money right now. Just give it to me. And then your 3D reality is like, doom, 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 Jeopardy music, right? You're just like, what the fuck? So 3 different things are happening. This is where you got to give yourself grace and empathize with yourself. Can you imagine what's going on in the back end every time your computer updates, every time your iPhone updates? The phone, the computer physically looks the same. I don't know what's going on internally. But the moment that thing connects to Wi-Fi and the moment you plug it in and it starts to update the iOS system, all sorts of shit is being moved. Folders are being transferred. If the phone was a physical person, that would not be comfortable. Integration is not comfortable, beloved. It's not meant to be some pleasant fucking sale. This is integration. It feels quiet. It feels anxious. It feels like, hello. I'm good with it. I'm good without it, but I still want it. I still desire it, but you're not attached to it. And when you can understand integration as like a three-part thing, your body, your nervous system, your 3D physical reality has to catch up, then it makes it a little bit easier to maneuver and navigate, and you're not so against it. The more you try to fight against what it is, the more resistance you are going to have. Oh my God, my dog is so loud drinking her water, you guys. Sorry. One of my mentorship clients, even today, was telling me, like, well, if that's the case, then I should just quit my job because I'm still not happy at my job. Bingo. But when you're in mentorship with me, I cannot tell you, you don't need to be with this person. You don't need to have this job. You need to move to, Florida. I can't tell you these things. That's not my job is for me to give you navigation on how to get where you said that you want to be. Your body and your nervous system is constantly communicating with you because it's your perspective, it's your reality, it's your life. So when you're at these jobs or you're in a relationship and you're like, I just still I'm not feeling it. I feel anxious, blah, blah, blah. You are not supposed to stay in something that no longer serves you. You're doing yourself a disservice by doing that. And your body and your nervous system will always communicate that with you. And that's a different topic for a different day. I will do a deep dive into that because that's more like nervous system regulation and understanding the difference between an intuitive nudge and when you're feeling like anxiously attached to something and you're making poor decisions. But when you're able to understand integration and you're like, okay, my 3D reality is stuck in the past because your 3D reality is dense. We live on planet Earth. There's gravity. Gravity has a pull on everything. Hello. E equals MC square. The fuck do y'all think that is? We live in a dense reality, so it slows time down. There's a dip, a gravitational pull. So time moves slower than we would like. But your nervous system is embracing for, that change that's coming. That's why it feels impatient because your nervous system is like, something's happening. Something's happening. The $10,000 is coming. The relationship is coming. Something's happening. It's anticipating. Meanwhile, your body is like, fuck, what? This is uncomfortable, bro. I am not fucking feeling this. 3 different things are happening at the same time. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. And when you stop fighting against it, it becomes easier for you to bring things into your awareness because now you'll know the feeling of like, oh, this has happened before. This is what this kind of felt like, similar to when I was creating my car, to when I was, getting the $10,000, signing up for mentorship with Niecy, whatever. So many people tell me all the time. I get so many emails. I'm manifesting mentorship with you. Start with the platinum plan. It will help you. Instead of you trying to come up with a large amount of money at once, start with the platinum plan. Also, you guys, I do have buy now, pay later options. There's a lot. There's Klarna, Affirm, whatever else is on there. So there's tons of options. You don't just have to pay in full up front. But you have to go through those buy now, pay later options. And if they're not listed, just let me know. Just message me. I'm super easy and chill to talk to. But once you start to really master integration when it comes to manifestation, consciously creating, and you understand like you are influencing energy, you're manipulating energy, you're persuading it to go in your way, in your favor, you recognize my body feels this, my nervous system feels this, and my 3D reality is stagnant because it's old. This is old shit that we've already created. That's it. And so once you can master those things, it becomes easier for you to understand and easier for you to navigate and go through. Okay. And I want you guys to keep that at the forefront of your mind. Okay, my body feels this, my nervous system feels this, and my 3D just needs to catch up. My 3D has to catch up to where your nervous system knows what's going on. Your 3D reality is just, it has to play catch up. The scene has to change. And it will. give it time. And the easier you are able to master integration, the faster your manifestations will come to you. Okay. It's been my intention that this video and podcast episode has helped you. You guys, I am so excited for all of the new things that have come up in my business. And so there's my loud ass dog. I'm so excited for the apparel line. This is a luxury streetwear brand. I've been working on this for a little over a year. And so right now I have the t-shirts and I have the sweatshirts, and then some other things are coming up too. I can't announce it, but if you're interested in going to purchase that, it'll be a limited drop. So make sure you go head over to platinumganglifestyle.com/shop and go check that out. If you're wanting to sign up for mentorship, go ahead and do that at platinumgang.store. But I am so excited, you guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.